The year is 2023, and warning signs of an impending economic recession are flashing brightly. High inflation, rising interest rates, declining GDP, all ominous indicators that have many people on edge about their financial future. In times like these, the natural reaction is often to hunker down, reduce spending, and wait for the storm to pass. But what if that's the exact opposite of what you should do? According to world-renowned investor and financial educator Robert Kiyosaki, recessions don't have to spell disaster for your wealth. In fact, he believes that some of the best money-making opportunities present themselves during downturns that leave most running for cover. Welcome to MoneyWise Investor, your trusted source for financial information. In today's video, we'll explore the undervalued assets Kiyosaki says could substantially grow your wealth, even in a recession. This is your chance to learn from a proven economic soothsayer. Robert Kiyosaki has long been sounding the alarm about the next major recession. Back in 2002, he warned that real estate was in a bubble that would soon burst. Sure enough, the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis led to the Great Recession. In 2011, he predicted that gold prices would rise as faith in fiat currencies declined. Gold proceeded to soar from around $1,500 to over $1,900 per ounce over the next several years. And in 2019, before anyone could have predicted the economic fallout from COVID-19, he cited rising debt levels as a sign of instability in the system. And his predictions were spot on. When the pandemic triggered mass shutdowns in early 2020, markets plunged over 30% in just weeks. Those who panicked and sold off their stocks at rock-bottom prices missed out on one of the quickest recoveries in history. The S&P 500 rebounded to reach new all-time highs by August, just 5 months after the crash. Now, with his tried-and-true macroeconomic analysis, Kiyosaki insists the next financial crisis is upon us. He sees today's confluence of geopolitical tensions, high inflation, and tightening monetary policy as the perfect storm, and he believes the middle class will bear the brunt of the coming downturn, as over-leveraged governments struggle to provide support. With signs apparent all around us, it seems hard to deny. The Fed has been aggressively hiking interest rates to fight inflation, a medicine that often causes the economy to contract. And recessions historically hit every 7 to 10 years, meaning we're due after enjoying over a decade of expansion following the Great Recession. Recessions can be truly devastating. Millions lose jobs, default on debt, or drain savings just to survive. Retirements are delayed or vanish completely. It's heartbreaking. While the prospect may seem dire, Robert Kiyosaki views this as a golden opportunity to acquire assets at discounted prices that will drive wealth when the economy ultimately recovers. His approach stems from a fundamental investing maxim: buy low and sell high. According to Kiyosaki, recessions allow you to do the buying low, setting you up for the life-changing gains when growth resumes. For the average investor, the prospect of a recession is deeply concerning. After all, recessions typically bring about pay cuts, layoffs, foreclosures, and wealth destruction. During the Great Recession, nearly 9 million Americans lost their jobs, and millions more lost their homes. Retirement accounts were decimated as the stock market plunged, and economic growth ground to a halt. It was a painful period that no one wants to relive. But Kiyosaki views recessions differently than most. For him, tumultuous markets represent incredible buying opportunities. As asset prices collapse, he sees deep value emerging that the herd is too scared to recognize. While others seek safety, he remains laser-focused on snatching up investments with an asymmetric upside potential. So, what cheap assets does Kiyosaki currently have his sights set on? We'll be uncovering his top recession-proof picks shortly. But before we dive in, please take a moment to subscribe to MoneyWise Investor. Turn on notifications so you never miss critical updates like this one. The knowledge you gain today could transform your financial future. Now, most people associate recessions with plummeting stock prices, shrinking incomes, and general financial misery. But history shows us that's not always the case. During the Great Recession from 2007 to 2009, while millions suffered from unemployment and foreclosures, some of the world's top investors were quietly getting richer. Billionaires like Warren Buffett, Carl Icahn, and John Paulson saw the turmoil as a chance to make strategic investments in beaten-down stocks. When the economy rebounded, these stocks soared, delivering enormous returns. Their shrewd, counter-cyclical investing turned crisis into fortune. And that's the essence of Kiyosaki's approach. Spot the areas where the market panic has driven asset values below their true worth, then have the conviction and patience to hold those assets until the storm passes. This strategy takes nerve, but for those with the courage to act, the rewards can be life-changing. With his big picture view, Robert Kiyosaki sees inflation as a far greater long-term threat than deflation. He points to the massive money printing by central banks in recent years, at a time when growth is slowing. With too much money chasing too few goods, he believes inflation could rage out of control as it did in the 1970s. This outlook has led Kiyosaki to highlight three assets in particular. First, gold and silver. You've probably heard about these shining assets being touted as a hedge against uncertainty. But why is Kiyosaki such a strong advocate? The legendary Robert Kiyosaki has held a long-standing affinity for gold, dating all the way back to 1972, when he made his first purchase of the yellow metal. His reason for embracing gold isn't just about personal preference, it's a matter of trust in the Federal Reserve's policies. As he once tweeted, "I'm not buying gold because I like gold, I'm buying gold because I don't trust the Fed." Kiyosaki's belief in gold's stability is a cornerstone of his investment philosophy. But gold isn't the only shining star in Kiyosaki's portfolio. He's also a vocal advocate for silver. In fact, he shared his sentiment on Twitter, declaring silver the best investment in October 2022, and encouraging everyone by saying, "Everyone can afford $20 silver." Kiyosaki's enthusiasm for silver underscores his faith in its potential as a valuable asset. Of course, no investment is without its fluctuations. Even the precious metals market faced some challenges in 2022. However, as we enter 2023, both gold and silver are showing promise. With gains of around 5% over the past 3 months, Kiyosaki's confidence in these metals seems to be well-founded. So, how does Kiyosaki approach investing in these precious metals? He keeps it simple, opting to buy the metals directly rather than going through exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Earlier in 2022, he emphasized his preference for gold or silver coins, further cementing his belief in the tangible value of these assets. Kiyosaki even went so far as to dub silver as a bargain in a recent tweet. This suggests there might be a golden, or rather silver opportunity waiting for those who decide to explore this metal's potential. Then, cryptocurrencies. If you've been following the ups and downs of this cryptocurrency, you know it's been a roller coaster ride. But there's one person who's not breaking a sweat over its volatility. Yep, we're talking about none other than Robert Kiyosaki. In November 2021, it soared to a whopping $68,990, only to plunge to around $32,015.17 recently. Talk about a wild ride, right? But here's the interesting part. Robert Kiyosaki isn't losing sleep over this cryptocurrency's ups and downs. In a tweet from November, he casually brushes off the Bitcoin roller coaster, stating, "Bitcoin, worried? No, I'm a Bitcoin investor, as I am an investor in physical gold, silver, and real estate." Instead of feeling discouraged by the crypto market's unpredictability, Kiyosaki sees it as a chance for growth. He even shares his enthusiasm for a potential new Bitcoin bottom, possibly at the $10,000 to $12,000 range. For him, this isn't really a reason to panic, it's a reason to get excited. So, why does Kiyosaki remain such a staunch Bitcoin supporter? Well, it all comes down to his skepticism about traditional financial systems and government-backed currencies. He's placing his bets on Bitcoin and precious metals, like gold and silver, seeing them as a hedge against a shaky fiat money system. Kiyosaki's confidence is further solidified by Bitcoin's classifications as a commodity, similar to gold, silver, and oil. In December 2022, he took to Twitter again to highlight this fact and express his ongoing interest in the cryptocurrency. He wrote, "Bitcoin is classified as a commodity, much like gold, silver, and oil. Most crypto tokens are classified as a security, and SEC regulations will crush most of them. I am buying more BC." Now, let's talk about how you can get into the Bitcoin game. It's easier than ever. You can directly purchase Bitcoin. Just be aware that some exchanges might charge hefty commission fees, up to 4%, for buying and selling crypto. So it's smart to look for investing apps with low or even zero commissions to make the most of your investment. For those wondering how to not just survive, but thrive through the challenging times ahead, Kiyosaki's lessons provide timely guidance. While others panic during market manias and crashes, he keeps his cool and capitalizes on opportunities few others have the courage or vision to see. Of course, as with any investment strategy, it's critical to conduct your own due diligence before proceeding. Consult investment professionals and carefully assess risks. But the key is keeping fear at bay, even as those around you descend into panic. Have the courage and foresight to see the opportunities amidst the chaos. Your future wealth will thank you. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe to our channel, The Money-Wise Investor, to catch all of our upcoming investment content. Until next time, stay money-wise.